Hey everyone, and welcome back. So I wanted to do a video and sort of make an like an official announcement of something that has sort of actually been in the works now for it hasn't been that long. I think it was actually right before the holidays, or actually right around the holidays, because I think their offices were closed over the holiday season. That's why nothing actually happened before right now. And I sort of wanted to wait until this was like super official because I really wasn't sure this was actually going to happen. And that is indeed, I was actually able to get one of the Freddy Krueger busts from ECC that technically came out, I think, like 3 years ago. So I've been on the lookout for this mainly because I did not even know it existed until about 2 years ago. So by the time obviously I even found out about it, needless to say, it was long sold out. I think it actually sold out like pretty fast because they did like 700 worldwide. And of course, by the time I found out about it, I mean, it was just like, oh my God, what is that? And by that point, the only ones you could find obviously were, you know, on eBay and stuff like that, where people were charging 3 times as much. But for me, something like this is literally like the ultimate collectible display piece, you know, whatever you want to call it, like a centerpiece to your collection. And from the first moment I ever saw a picture of it, I was just like, oh my God, what? That would be so perfect for me. Because again, even though I sort of go back and forth onto like which one, sort of the horror icons are my favorite, you know, usually it comes down to like, well, which movie did I watch last? Fact of the matter is, Freddy Krueger was definitely one of the early ones. I think technically I discovered Jason first and then Freddy Krueger. It just always kind of feels like Freddy Krueger has been a part of my life in some way. And indeed, my favorite photo op that I've ever had was the one that I got with Robert Englund, where he did have the Freddy makeup on. It was at a flashback weekend like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. It's been 7 years. Oh, that's weird to think about it. So obviously, once I discovered that this thing existed, you know, naturally I sort of looked to see what availability was by that point. And I mean, I knew it was going to be sold out, but just curious to see what it went for, sort of secondary market, because it retailed for $19.50, which is boatload of money. But obviously on the secondary market, it was going for like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. So at that point, I was just like, yeah, I'm never going to get one. Well, that changed, and I wish I knew the whole story about it. I'm just going to take a guess as to how this happened. The only thing I can think of is that Cinemaquette, who is like the official kind of store that sells ECC stuff at least in the States anyway. I don't know if they cleared out a warehouse or storage facility or something, but they actually found some of their stuff that has been sold out for years, including one of the Freddy busts. And by accident, I just happened to go on their site one night, and I don't remember why. There was a reason why I went on their website, but I was like to look for something else, and then all of a sudden I just happened to see that it said in stock, and part of me was just like, is there an error there? And I was like, I sort of added it to my cart, and like it was there, and I was like, what's going on here? This can't be happening. And the thing is, they were selling it for the original price. It wasn't jacked up or anything like that. So I literally spent half an hour trying to decide, like, is this really something I want to do? Like, oh, you know what? I can't spend that kind of money. And so I went back and forth for about half an hour, sort of like looking at their website, looking at the listing. I was just like, no, then I'd walk away. Then I'd go back. This went on about half an hour. And then I spent another hour. Okay, if I do this, how can I make it work? And I was like going through finances and different options and things like that. Now, the thing is, as some of you know, I have been trying to get the Jurassic Park statue, which is like incredible. And again, that goes for $2,000, and I did have money set aside on just in case that does happen, because I am on the waiting list on the Sideshow website. So if they actually do get one still, I mean, that is a possibility, but I mean, I kind of know that my chances of getting one are still very slim, because I think even by the time I went on the wait list, I have a feeling I'm like way on the bottom. So that was also part of it too. It's just like, well, if I do this and I spend the money for that, then obviously that money's gone, you know, because I would have spent it. So I literally spent an hour trying to see, like, okay, if I make this work, what am I going to do? Do I literally just walk away from the Jurassic Park statue? And honestly, obviously, yes, I did, because obviously I ordered the Freddy bust. Out of the two things, as much as I really want that Jurassic Park statue, the fact is Freddy means so much to me, and to have something so unique in my collection, and to have it, especially one that's been, like, I missed out on completely, and it's sort of, I kind of felt like I was given this chance to get it. So finally, it was just like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and sure enough, I placed the order. And what was funny too is the fact that as soon as I placed the order and it went through, you know, it's like you have that moment where you're just like, okay, it's done. There's nothing more I can do. And I went back to the website and went back to the listing for it, and it was gone. Like literally, it's just not on the site anymore. So I really just think they may have found one, and I think I literally grabbed the only one they had. And believe me, if I knew they only had one, I would not have spent an hour and a half trying to decide if I was going to do that. So I did want to wait to say anything to you guys, but at this point, basically, it has been processed, it has been paid for, and it is now going to be shipping. It's in the process of being shipped, so I'm hoping I should get it within the week. So obviously, I don't have it yet, but obviously from the pictures, I mean, you can just see this thing is incredible. The amount of detail in it, I mean, and again, it's a life-size bust, and the thing that really stands out to me is the fact that it literally looks like Freddy. That looks like literally Robert Englund in the Freddy makeup. It's modeled after A Nightmare 3, and just the amount of detail in the face and the eyes and the glove, I mean, just everything is just perfect. I mean, you look at this picture even from the back, I mean, even the back of it just looks so amazing. And just the fact that, you know, the sweater is even just like slightly, you know, dirty and stuff. I just like, oh man, and those eyes are nuts, because if I remember correctly, I believe those eyes are made from their glass eyes, so they look real. I mean, that's the thing. You know, if you want to get a bust, ideally you want it to have glass eyes, because it literally does make it look real. Little kind of cool like light up feature that it has of this, you know, image obviously of the sort of silhouette of Freddy. But all in all, this is one absolutely stunning piece, and I've been just waiting. Like, I've been wanting to tell. I haven't told anybody that I even ordered this. Like, I was be kind of superstitious about certain things. So I kind of figured until my credit card was charged, because the thing is, I placed the order and it just sat in like pending, you know, for a long time, because I think no one was in the office, because this is not really an automatic thing. You place the order, but you don't get charged until someone actually, because of what they charge for some of their stuff, someone actually physically has to sort of approve that, you know, approve the purchase to go through. So I kept thinking like, oh man, what if I'm wrong and this was put up by mistake, and then they were like, oh no, we don't have it, and then they cancel the order, and I'm like, oh. So at this point, no, it's been charged. It's, you know, getting ready to ship. So it's about as official as it's going to be. Obviously, once it comes in and once I can make space, obviously I will, you know, showcase it to you guys. But I'm so happy to have this. I mean, like, I still can't even sort of grasp that I actually have this coming in. Out of everything that has really kind of come out from a collectible standpoint over the last couple of years, this was top of my list as far as something like, oh my God, I wish I could have that. And this isn't something that comes along, you know, that often. So hopefully it arrives okay. That's probably my next concern. So yeah, I would definitely keep you guys updated on that. But definitely as soon as it arrives, we'll sort of all take that in together. So I just wanted to share this out with you guys, because I've been dying to say something, and now that it is official, yes, the ECC Freddy bust is heading my way. And this is officially the most I've ever paid for any kind of collectible, because I think even combined, I mean, even before shipping, it was the most I've ever paid. And then you tack on shipping, because shipping is a couple $100, so it's just like, outside of an electronic, you know, like the projector or something, or like my car, you know, like I've never paid that even close to anything like that I just paid for this bust. But you know what? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it, and then I have it, like the ultimate piece. So anyway, I'm sort of rambling, but obviously I'm kind of excited about it. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.